Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use the Piano Tree app so you can practice sight reading every day. Okay guys, so here we are inside Piano Tree. Your screen should look something like this. Please note that I may have some extra tabs, such as this one called Teacher and Admin, but you can ignore those for now. Now on our main screen at the top, you will see how many songs we have in our library at the moment. I will be curious to know how many you can see. Hopefully you can see more songs than the ones you can see here in this video. Now in the library is divided by sections, categories, piano tree paths, the chords, sight reading focus packed, ear training, etudes, and then the styles of music such as baroque, classical, romantic, etc. You can have a browse when you're inside the library. So I'm just going to go ahead and just open one of the first songs just to show you how it looks. This is the songs in the book. Okay. You can see my students have been playing this a few times, 41 times. Okay, I'm going to open the first one. This is our main panel. Here you can see the title of the piece, the composer, and we may have some message for you. This is the high score that was achieved, and this is how many times the song has been played. In this corner, you can see play and practice. Those are the two modes. First, you may want to practice the piece. At this time, there's no metronome, so you are free with time. You can go super fast like the kids like to do. They like to go like this, or you can just go slow and take your time and count as you should be doing. All right, it will give you the score that is projected because I did it so quick. It told me it was a little bit quick. It should be a little bit slower. But in that case, I will get 100 points. Okay, once I have practiced my piece, I will go ahead and play it. So we click, this will be the metronome, it will be 100 BPM, and this is the key, C major. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Okay, I'm gonna stop it now. You can hear that there was a backing track in the background. This can be controlled here. This is our mixer. This is the volume of the piano. You can turn it all down so you can hear your own piano and not the piano that is written in the score. This is the backing track or the orchestra you will hear in the background. This is the metronome, and this is the virtual instrument. This is because our app has a VST or virtual instrument installed. Meaning if you have a MIDI controller but you don't have sound coming from that instrument, you can use the virtual instrument we have inside the app. So that's quite handy because I am connected with a MIDI controller that has sound. I will turn this down. Okay. By the way, if you were to choose that instrument, you have some other options that you can choose here. Otherwise, the default is the acoustic grand piano. Now here we can choose which hands to practice. We can have the right hand, the left hand, or both hands. Of course, you may not need this feature in the song, but you may need it in more advanced works. Now, here we have the measures. Let's say you want to practice only the first 2 bars of your piece. Okay, you go here, and this will just practice these 2 bars, for example. And I got 100 points in those 2 bars. I did it very well. If you make a few mistakes, as I'm going to do now. Okay, so I got 38%. I should practice more for this song. And this is how much you like this song. I like it a lot, so I will go like this. Here you have some settings. Read ahead mode, which I discussed in a previous video, is quite handy. If you're a very beginner, maybe don't use it. You can use it once you're a little bit more advanced. And then this one is quite interesting. These settings over here, this is how the layout will look, as I'm gonna show you. When you are practicing, would you like it to be green? You can experiment with other colors, other combinations, pink. When you are playing, which one would you like? You can choose yellow, you can choose aqua, pink, see which one you like. I like using red because it's like I need to pay attention when I'm playing. And practice I like green because I'm more free. This is how wide you want the cursor to be. I will leave it as default. And this is smooth, meaning it will not follow the beat. I prefer it if it follows the beat. I discovered that it helps my students more. But if you want to see how it looks, you can see it's the smooth cursor. I'm going to go ahead and remove it because I prefer the one that's showing the beats. Now, this is how you are connected. I'm connected with a MIDI controller, so I have MIDI. If you are on iPad, you may be using the microphone. And by the way, if you see some settings and you don't know what they are, you can just hover over the question mark and you should be able to see what the settings is about. Like in this case, it's showing the read ahead. Okay. Here you have the piano visualizer, which you can enable or disable here. If you enable it, you can choose how many octaves. I'll show you how this looks. You click here, tuk, and it will show you the keyboard. And I put 4 octaves. You can put more. It will look a little bit smaller. And it shows you which note is playing if you don't know where this note is on the piano. Okay, once you're ready, you can go to the next song. Now, of course, I didn't mention, but this is the metronome. You can put it slow or faster. You can reset here. And here you can change the key. Changing the key can be very useful for people who are more advanced and they see this song and say like, oh my God, that's so easy. I don't need to practice this. Okay, well, how about you try it in the key of, let's say something annoying like G flat major. Okay, can you play it right now? F sharp major. And okay, well, this song is still easy in F sharp major because it's just the root, but some other songs may be challenging for you to play in those keys. Let's find one. For example, if I go to level 1C and I choose the Dragon's Garden. Now we transpose this, let's say to, that's still easy. Right, F sharp major. I'm sure this will present some challenges for some of you. So go ahead and try to, if these songs at the beginning are too easy, here's a tip, practice them again in very difficult keys. F sharp major, B major, D flat major, etc. Now back to the library, when you see that it says randomize, it means that the pieces of the book cannot be chosen in order, and it will also randomize the keys. If I hit the dice here again, it will give me another cadence. For example, now I got a plagal cadence in the key of D minor. Then when I hit next song, it will create another one in a different key. Which key? B major. It's a perfect cadence in the key of B major. I'm gonna practice this. Okay, now I'm going to try to play it. And that's great. Now if I click next, it will create another one in a different key. Now another randomizer that you may see, if I open this book, I can play any of these hymns in the order which I can see is alphabetical order, or I can click here random song. And then the system will choose any random hymn. This is great sight reading practice, especially if you work in a church or school or similar. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you in Piano 3.